Hello everyone from beautiful Costa Rica. So you're going to be seeing a lot more videos from me from now on, and I have a couple different topics that I'd like to talk about, but today I want to talk about what actions you can take if you're feeling stuck. So if you know anything about my life or if you followed my videos a bit, long story short, I dropped my 9-to-5 job in the United States in Virginia as a social worker. I moved to Costa Rica about 4 years ago, and I just figured it out from there. Even I became pregnant while I was here, and now I have a 2-year-old daughter, and I'm a single parent as well. So I just have some tips and a lot of things that I'd like to share here on my channel now. But yeah, a lot of people have asked me how to do it. Like, how do you even get started doing it? So I have some notes here. I'm pretty new to this still. So yeah, at first I'd like to talk about a little bit about where I was and how I ended up getting here. So not really the whole story, but the actual feelings that I was having that led me to making some big changes. Scary changes, but definitely big ones. So, okay, where was I? I was in my early 20s. I had just graduated from college. I was working a job in the social work field for a government program, and I just wasn't happy going into an office from 8:30 to 4:30. It just wasn't my thing. And it's not that I'm not a hard worker. I just look at that system and I just don't see how that's normal. And I know there's a lot of people doing longer hours than that just to try to make ends meet. And it just didn't make sense to me. And I felt like, okay, this cannot be my life. Like, there has to be some other way. So that's a lot of what I was definitely going through. And I was paying attention to those emotions, and I just knew that I needed to make some changes. But of course, whenever you're thinking about making really big changes, it can be hard to think about where to even start. You just know that you want to make a change. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit on how I got started, so maybe you can take some of these steps too. Okay, so the next part of my story is I knew I wanted to help people. So that was a really big thing. But it was, okay, how can I help people outside of this system that I'm supposed to be sitting in an office helping people? Which was pretty difficult. I just wanted to do things on my own terms, and especially as becoming a single parent, I did almost run back to the United States, and I thought, oh, well, maybe I do need to get back into that 9-to-5 job, and I do need to create that security for myself. But luckily, I did stick with my true emotions. I listened to my intuition, and everything told me to stay here. And that was also a difficult decision too, but I knew that I wanted to stay here because I wanted to continue living a life that was flexible, had balance, I felt harmony, that I just felt good about. That if I was sick, I could take a day off. If my kid is sick, I can take some time off. If I've just had a lot going on and I need to rest a little, I can take that time. I think these are pretty natural things, and I feel like in the typical work world, a lot of our basic needs aren't being met, and it's pretty unfortunate. So I will get to it. All right, so the first thing that I did, so before moving, after moving, even today, this process, this first step has really never stopped for me. It's just getting creative. So I had to really think about when I wanted to step out of that 9-to-5 workplace, okay, what could I do? What were my skills? What was I good at? What did I even like? So just getting creative, looking at my skills, seeing where I could do something in a different area that I would be enjoying more. And this doesn't mean that you need to just dive into your calling. I mean, that's great. Or maybe if you don't even know what your calling is, that's okay. Just start small. Got some little parakeets up there. But yeah, you can just start small. It's okay if you don't really know what you want to do, but think about something that you would even be waking up and enjoying doing, and think about what skills you have, and not even just the skills you have, but what you feel confident that you can learn. A lot of times when I would look at job posts or think of just possibilities of what I could do, I might look at the requirements and the description and go, okay, well, I don't know how to do that, but I could learn, and now you can just be really self-taught in a lot of things. Or you can even maybe know someone who's already doing it, and you can ask them to give you some pointers to see if they'll be able to help you too. And there is, also some benefit in, if you find someone who has a skill that you want them to teach you, if you have a little bit of money, if you feel confident that they would be able to teach you and this would really benefit you, that can be an option too. So yeah, you can self-teach yourself things that you want to learn, or get taught. Take a class. There's lots of small classes out there, just depending on what it is that you want to do. It could just anything. It just be something that you're going to feel maybe better doing. You're going to wake up and enjoy doing it a little bit more. Or in my case, it's whatever I would be doing at that point is I'm enjoying the life that I'm living more. So I can't say I'm always so ecstatic to jump on my computer and work, but when I'm done, I got a life that I love, and it's awesome. And it's not designed around my job. Well, I will step into that. You know, I'm working on my own passion. So whatever I'm doing now is giving me plenty of time to work on things that I'm passionate about, which fuels my appreciation for the work that I'm doing too, even though if it's not in the field that I ultimately want to be in. I mean, just take a step, take a small step. So again, this first step is just look at the skills you have and look at what you can learn, and try to look at something that you think that you would actually enjoy doing, because even that small thing can lead you into another field. You can say, oh, well, maybe I like doing this more. Let me try this. Okay, step 2. One big thing that I did to find a lot of my clients or opportunities or whatever was going on, so much of it was word of mouth. I would say like 90% of it was. I mean, I spent time online looking for positions, but I can tell you nothing was more powerful than just the word of mouth of saying, hey, I want to do this. Like, this is what I'm trying to do right now. For me, it was work online. I want to work remotely. But it could be anything. Replace that with whatever you're interested in doing. I said, okay, this is what I want to do. You know, tell family, friends, just in passing. You don't need to send out a mass text or a big Facebook group, or, you know, just do whatever you want to do. But definitely tell people what you want to do, because you're going to have all these extra ears and eyes out there. And that is how so many of my different options came in was, oh, hey, like, Sarah, you just told me you wanted to do something like this, and I just saw, or I just talked to someone who is looking for someone like that, you know? And yeah, I would say 90% of my opportunities came from that. It's super powerful, because you have all these people out there who care about you, or just someone out there, and they just got their ear out listening for you. So you're just really increasing your chances of coming across something that's for you, and that can help you with your goal and what you're trying to work towards. Okay, the next step I did was I took action. So in my case, when someone would tell me, oh, I heard of this, you know, I talked to this person and they might be interested, here's their contact, or here's their name. And man, I just jumped on it. I was like, okay, so this is with a few different things. I remember, when I first moved to Costa Rica, I wanted to do some more social work things. And so someone told me, oh, there's this organization, they do adventure therapy. So I was like, that sounds awesome. I hopped on Facebook. I messaged what I didn't know at the time was the founder of the organization. And months later, I ended up working there, and it was just an incredible experience. Same with, you know, one of my other friends said, hey, I got a little too much work. This person asked me for something. Here you go. Boom. I followed up on that super fast. And I'm consistent. So I followed up quickly, consistently, really let them know my interest. And, you know, sometimes I'd follow up consistently and quickly and nothing came back, and that's okay. But I did consistently follow up, and I took action very quickly to follow up, because a lot of times opportunities can pass by very quickly. So I figured might as well go for it, and if I don't get it, then it just wasn't the right one for me, and that's okay. Or maybe it'll be months down the line. It's okay. But definitely this step is really important too. You got to take that action. Just don't be afraid to put yourself out there for whatever it is that you're trying to do. And this doesn't even have to be work related. Just if you get some kind of a lead, just get out there and follow up on it and just explore it, see what's going on. Okay, well, I guess that's kind of merges into number 4, was just do something. So just do something. Do something along the lines of what you're trying to do. Just don't sit there in your house and go, oh man, I really wish I could do this. So moving to Costa Rica as an example, or just moving, or thinking of a job, or if you want to become a photographer, whatever it is. You don't just have to sit in your house and go, oh, well, that would be really nice. Like, actually do something. Like, research. See what other people's experiences are. See how they got started and what you want to do. So yeah, if you're feeling stuck, at least do something. Get moving. Journal about it. Just research about it. Do something just to get the mind juices flowing. They got to get flowing, or you're going to be stagnant, and then nothing's going to happen. So that leads me to my next point, which is you got to believe that something will come through for you. So that kind of pairs with the just do something as well. So you do want to have a strong belief that something will come through. And not everything will come through, and that's okay, but you have to really just try to believe and keep faith that something will come through if you're doing something. So I can't just sit at home and go, okay, well, I just believe something's going to come through, so I'm just going to sit here. Don't think that's quite how it works. I feel like I do my actions that are coming to me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to, maybe research this, talk to this person, and then I believe that through these actions, these consistent actions of doing something towards my goal and the thing that I want, that something will come through. So you do want to have that belief, because that's also a lot of energy and law of attraction. If you don't think that you're ever going to have the thing that you want, or if you don't really inside believe that you deserve it, or that you don't already have it, then it's probably not going to come. So use the law of attraction to your side. If you don't know anything about the law of attraction, I would recommend Googling it, looking at some other YouTube videos about it. Maybe I can get into it in another video. But you really do want to believe in yourself at this point, and believe that whatever it is you're trying to do is going to work out, and it is coming. If you are feeling called to do something, try to have that belief that it is coming, and take those actions inspired to just get on with it and do it. Okay, and I guess my last point is be okay with change. So that has come up constantly, for me at least. So be okay. So let's say if you think you want to do one thing, you're like, this is what I want to do. So this has happened with me in the nature adventure therapy company. I was like, this is my dream job. Like, this is it. This is it for me. I'm here. This is it. I'm done. Like, I found my thing. And 6 months later, I burned out of it. And I was like, I got to get out of here. I didn't expect that going into it, but that's okay. I actually grew out of that opportunity. I needed it in that moment, and then things changed. I changed through that experience in a great way. And then I was ready for something different. So in this process, with whatever you're trying to do, be okay with change, whether it's changes within the thing that you want to do, or maybe you'll just completely change your mind on what you want to do. At least no matter what, you just want to stay inspired and just trust that those changes that are coming are going to be okay too, and that you're going to sort through them and you're going to be able to do it. All right. I mean, I guess that's about all I got. I mean, as far as like to be okay with change, I've gained clients, I've lost clients, I've been in a situation where I've been like, okay, like this client maybe shut down a part of their business, so therefore they don't need me anymore. What am I going to do? That's a change, but that's okay, because it led me to something different, which led me to something different, which led me to something different. And that's all okay. Just try to have the trust in that too. Just roll with it and try to have the trust. So yeah, that's all I really have for today on this topic. I guess I will just run through these tasks or run through these tips super quick. If you're trying to make a really big change in your life, small change, any change, you're just trying to follow a goal, a passion, you just want to get creative, look at what you can do in this moment, look at what you can research, get inspired, tell people what you're trying to do. The more ears out there listening for you, the better. Take action on what comes in, take action on information that comes into you. Just do something. Even if you have no idea, like if you're a total newbie at whatever you want to do, just do something, even if it's just research or anything. Do something, because that's going to get things flowing for you. Believe something will come through out of what you're doing, and also be okay with all the changes that can come up along the way. All right, till next time.